The Torah portion, Vayigash. We are in the fifth portion, the fifth reading. We continue with the story of Yaakov and his family leaving Canaan and coming down to Egypt. The reunion, the ultimate reunion.
This answers my question.
Okay.
Ask how many.
How many? We're going to find out. Yes, exactly. Okay, we're going to get the count. We're going to get the count. Okay. The Lishmois, and these are the names, Bnei Israel, of the children of Israel. Excuse me. Haboim that are now coming, Mitzrayim to Egypt, Yaakov Uvanov, Yaakov and his sons, Bechor Yaakov Ruvain. The firstborn of Yaakov is Ruvain. Rashi, in verse 8, Haboim Mitzrayim that are coming to Egypt, Al Shem Hashah, because of the moment. In other words, it's in the present. The word boyim is coming in the present tense. Boyim, and one should not be surprised, and that it did not write a Bo who came.
The comma came.
No, he said you shouldn't be surprised. He's saying that's in present tense,
Okay.
right? But what he's saying, the common practice of a narrative story, right, is in the past, right? Because you're telling a story, so it's in the past, right?
Hashem.
But no, it's in the present tense.
Hashem is creating constantly. Up in the present.
Yeah. So, okay. Now we're going through the family. The family tree. Bnei Reuben and the sons of Reuben, Chanei, Chafalu, Bechetzrin, Vecharmi, 4 sons. Bnei Shimon and the sons of Shimon, Yemuel, Yamin, V'Ahod, Yamin, V'Tzeichar, Shaul ben Haknanis, and Shaul, who was the son of a Canaanite.
Really?
Yeah. Well, let's see Rashi. Ben Canaanite,
Okay.
son of a Canaanite, right? Ben Dina, this is the son of Dina. Shenivala leKanani, she had relations with the Canaanite, Keshahargu Shechem, when they killed Shechem. Dina did not want to leave Ad Shenishbalem La Shimon until Shimon swore to her, she said that he would marry her.
Okay. Back to the master.
Hmm. Hmm. So it says Shaul is the son of the Canaanite, not of a Canaanite. So Rashi understands that it's referring to Dinah because she had a relation, right? Remember, she was raped by a Canaanite, by Shechem.
So that doesn't negate Shaul.
Huh?
So that doesn't mean Shaul's the son of a Canaanite.
It says, since it's saying the Canaanite, well, who's the Canaanite?
Okay.
We don't know of the Canaanite. So the Rashi is concluding from it, it's hinting to, it's referring to or implying rather, Dinah. Well, that means Dinah was married then to Shimei. So Dinah was frightened from the whole thing, or the trauma of it,
Mhm.
and she wanted the protection of her brother. And so protection back then meant marriage, right?
Yeah, gotcha.
So
This is pre-marriage.
anyway, very interesting commentaries like what's going on over here. It's kind of okay. 11. Bnei Levi and the sons of Levi, Gershon, Kahos, and Merari. Anybody remember where we have them later?
Rings a bell.
Well, these are the Levite tribe, the three Levite. Um,
Once.
no, not Kohanes. Kohen only come from Aaron, right? Which he's from, he's from Kahos. Kahos is the father of Amram, and Amram is the father of Moshe and Aaron and Miriam, right?
Mhm.
But these three are the ones who in Parshas Nosai we learn about Parshas Bamidbar and Nosai we learn about their duties in taking care of the Mishkan of the tabernacle,
Okay.
right? Carrying it and um, whether it's carrying it the Kahos does or putting it onto the wagons and that stuff. Anyway. Bnei Yehuda and the sons of Yehuda, Er v'Oinen v'Shela. Do you remember them? Er, Oinen v'Shela? Anybody? Those are the three. Those were his three sons that he had that he married off to Tamar. The whole story with Tamar, right? And the two Er v'Oinen died, and then Shela was supposed to be given to Tamar, but Yehuda didn't want after two sons had died. And then the whole story between them, right? And who did Tamar give birth to? Peretz Vizarach rather, right? V'yamas er v'ainin, and the verse says, and they died, er and ainin, be'eretz Canaan, in the land of Canaan, v'yibnei Peretz, chetzren v'chamu. And the children of Peretz, which is interesting, only Peretz it mentions here, right? This is now the great grandson of the great grandson of Yaakov, Peretz's son, is Chetzren v'Chomu. Why only Peretz is mentioned? Rashi doesn't bring that up. I guess it's not an issue in the simple meaning of the text because Peretz is the forebearer of Mashiach
Judah?
from Yehuda, from the tribe of Yehuda. Mashiach comes from the tribe of Yehuda
Yeah.
through Peretz. So the whole episode with Tamar
Oh, there it is.
was in order to have the forebearer of Mashiach
That's Judah, Yehuda. Take
from
out.
Yehuda, yeah. But specifically from Yehuda, Peretz. Of Bnei Yisachar and the sons of Yisachar, Toela, Fuva, Yoya, Shimrei. Of Bnei Zvulun and the sons of Zvulun, Sered, Ve'elan, Ve'yachliel. Ela Bnei Leah, these are the sons of Leah, right? These were the six sons of Leah. Sheyalda Yaakov, that she gave birth to Yaakov, the Padan Aram, in Padan Aram, right? Mesopotamia, Iraq, Iran, right? By Lavan. There's Dinah Bitai and Dinah his daughter, Kol Nefesh Banav, and all of the souls, right? Well, Nefesh means soul, but means all the person, right? Banav of his sons, Benoisav, and his daughters, Shalishim Vishalish, 33. Let's see, Rashi and 15. Eila b'nei Leah v'Dina Bitai, and these are the sons of Leah. In addition to Dina, his daughter, Hazacharim Tola Beleah, So it's interesting. These are the sons of Leah, but Dinah is his daughter, right? So the Torah is saying, the verse is saying that making the sons pending on Leah, right? And Vanekeva told to be Yaakov, and the female daughter is pending on Yaakov, right? That's saying his daughter. Lamed was his teacher. Ishim is Askila, that when a woman sows first, Yolet Zocher, she gives birth to a male. The Ishmas Yatchila, when a man sows first, Yolet Nekeva, she gives birth to a female. Excuse me. Okay, Shalish, Shalish 33, Ubet Fraton. When you itemize them, you only find 32. You only find 32. Ella, Zu Yechevet. But this is in reference to Yechevet. He's the 33rd. She's not mentioned by name Yechevet. Shenolda ben Achaimes, she was born between the walls. In other words, as they entered the wall of the city, right? So her gestation period was completed outside of the city. Just then, Levi's wife entered the city wall. Yocheved was born. Right, born to Levi.
Not one of the ones who came. She's already there.
Well, no, I mean she was born. Yeah, so in the sense she wasn't. She didn't because in the coming.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's a sicha the Rebbe on this. Born between the walls, b'knisos la'ir, upon entering the city. Shenemar, as the verse says later on in Bamidbar, Asher Yalda Yisrael Levi Mitzrayim, that she bore to Levi in Egypt. Leidasa b'Mitzrayim, her birth was in Egypt. Ve'ein hayrasa b'Mitzrayim, but her conception was not in Egypt. Right. So as they were coming in, because it says a boyim Mitzrayim, coming to Egypt. So in the coming to Egypt, right, Yocheved is born. So the gestation period was outside of Egypt before coming to Egypt, right?
Exception was 4, yeah.
Interesting.
And
Yeah.
how many days is it after conception? Is it a fetus? Oh, kid, fetus.
I mean, that's not an issue here. You're just asking in general?
Yeah.
40 days.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Okay, Uvenei God, Tzifyan, and the sons of God are Tzifyan, Chagi, Shuni, Etzbain, Eri, Araidi, Araeli. Uvenei Asher, and the sons of Asher are Yimna, Yishva, Yishvi, Ovriya, Serach, Achoisam, and Serach, their sister. Uvenei Bria, Cheber, Umalkiel. And the sons of Bria are Chever and Malkiel. That's interesting that here we have the next generation of Bria. Why? Rashi again doesn't pick up on it. Peretz, we had his sons, and here we have Bria, his 2 sons, and why?
32 plus.
Ele b'nei Zilpa, these are the sons of Zilpa, Asher Nelson Love and Laleah, that Zilpa was the concubine, right? That Lavan gave to Leah, Bita, his daughter, Matela is Hela, and she gave birth to these, Yaakov, Sheish Esrei Nafish, 16 people.
Plus 30.
Plus 33. And then we'll have, yeah. Okay. Bnei Rachel, the sons of Rachel, Eshes Yaakov, the wife of Yaakov, Yosef of Binyamin. Rashi, Bnei Eshes, Bnei Rachel, Eshes Yaakov, v'kulan le'nemar b'hem Eshes, and all of them, it doesn't say the four wives, it doesn't say, but the other three, that she's the wife of. Ela shahaisa ikra shobayis. Why doesn't it say it? After all, they were, right? It's because she was the mainstay of the house. Yosef, and born to Yosef, Eretz Mitzrayim in the land of Egypt, Yalda Asnas, that was born to him from Asnas, the daughter of Potipharah, Kohen Oin, who was a minister of Oin, as Menashe and Ephraim, two sons, Menashe and Ephraim, Bnei Binyamin, and the sons of Binyamin, Bela, Bevecher, Beashbel, Gera, Benaman, Achi, Beroish, Pumim, Vechupim, Ve'ara. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Eila b'nei Rachel, and these are the sons of Rachel, Asher Yulad Yaakov, that were born to Yaakov, Kol Nefesh Arba Asar. 14.
Sons?
Huh?
These are the sons or the, it says offsprings here, it doesn't say sons. But sons and daughters. No?
No, in this instance, it's just sons. Only when I mentioned the daughters, they were included, right?
Yes.
Bnei Dan, and the children of Dan is Chushim. He had only one son. Bnei Naphtali, and the sons of Naphtali, Yachziel, Viguni, V'Yetzer, V'Shilei. El b'nei Bilha, and these are the sons of Bilha, Shenos and Lavan Rachel, that Lavan gave to Rachel, Bita his daughter, V'Teli Kole Esela, and she gave birth to these Liakov to Yaakov, Kol Nefesh Shiva, and 7 souls. Kol Nefesh Abba Liakov, all of the people that were coming with Yaakov Mitzrayim to Egypt, Yitzirechai, that are issuing from him. Milvad Neshebene Yaakov, aside from the wives of Yaakov, Kol Nefeshishim Bashesh, all of them altogether is 66. 33, 7 is 40, 14, 54, 12. Okay. All right, let's see. Rashi. Kol nefesh haba mi Yaakov, all the souls that are coming to Yaakov, sheyatzu me'eretz Canaan, when they left the land of Canaan, lavalim Mitzrayim, to come to Egypt. Vein haba zu lashon avar. And this instance of the word haba is not in past tense, ela lashon haiva, but in present tense. My be'erev hiba, like an example in the evening that she would come, not that she came, but come. Kamahine Rachel bita ba imatzain. Rachel came with the flock. That's why the accent is in the last syllable of the aleph. Haba'a, because when they were going to come to Egypt, Meretz Canaan, from the land of Canaan, Lahayu Elishishim V'Sheish, there were only 66. Bashanian. I don't know what he means by that. Wait, what he means by that. Okay, now coming. Right. Basheni, the second interpretation of the word haba, kol nefesh lebeis Yaakov haba mitzrayim shivim. All of the souls that came from Yaakov's household who came to Egypt were 70. V'hu lashon avar. And that's in past tense. V'igel tama l'mayla. That's why the accent is next to the last syllable on the base. Because they arrived there, hayu shivim, they were 70. Because that's when they found Yosef and his two sons, right? So 66 and the 3. And Yocheved, and Yocheved was added. As when they left Canaan, they were 66. When they came to Egypt, they were 70, because Yosef and his two sons, and Yocheved was born just as they entered the city. Benachim is between the walls, right? So that's...
His wife doesn't come. Yosef's wife.
She died, no?
No. Yosef's son, not Yaakov, not Rachel. No. First of all, she's not the married people were not counted, right? They were all married. They weren't 70 that came. There were 70 that are Yotzei Yerecha, who are his prodigy. She's married into the family. She's not from the family, right? And anybody else that married in wasn't counted either.
Yeah.
Well, the Divrei, according to the one who says, time is no older, that twin girls were born in Mashvatim with the tribes. Sheikhim on the Leimar, we have to say Shemesa that they died before, Lefiri doesn't return before they went to Egypt. Shrelei Nimnu Kam, because they're not counted here. Now, why does Rashi have to bring that opinion in? I don't know. Right? Like, what's that got to do with simple meaning over here? So Rashi continues, he says, I found the following comment in the Medrash. Esav Sheish Nefashos Hayuloi. Esav had 6 souls, 6 people in his family. And there they come souls of his household. Lashon Rabim in a plural. Why? Because they worship many gods, many deities. So therefore, that's why it's in plural. Yaakov Shivim Hayulai, but Yaakov had 70. Because of creators of Nefesh, and the verse calls him Nefesh in the singular term. Because he served one God. Wow. Fascinating. Now, I don't know what. Next verse. B'nai Yosef, the sons of Yosef, that were born to him in Egypt, Nefesh Naim were 2. Kol Nefesh Beis Yaakov. All of the people of the house of Yaakov. It's interesting. House of Yaakov. They were married, so they should have been included. If you say descendants, which we said earlier was descendants, right? When you say household, well, that means who's married into the household. They're not included. So all of those that were for the household of Yaakov, Abba, Mitzrayim, that came to Egypt, Shivim were 70. Yeah. Okay, let's take a moment and see a thought from the Rebbe here. Okay, so we just said in this verse over here, no, actually it was a previous. So all of the people of the household of Yaakov that came to Egypt were 70. When they came there, they were 70, because you had Yosef and his two sons and Yocheved, who was born between the, right? So Rashi is saying that Yocheved was added, right? So a lot of commentators, the Ibn Ezra, the Rashbam, the Balei Tosfos, the Ralbag, the Abarbanel, the Orach Chaim, they say that the 70th one, was Yaakov himself. You hear? Not Yocheved. Why does Rashi say Yocheved and not Yaakov? Because the simple meaning of the verse is, the verse says, Kol hanefesh lebeis Yaakov, all of the souls to the house of Yaakov, right? Which means those that came from Yaakov are 70, which means it's not including Yaakov. The household of Yaakov means what, his descendants, so it wouldn't include him. And we could say
If we count the number of names that is listed.
it's
we'll get
69.
66.
Well, no, we get 65. Well, we learned that in Rashi before. We learned that before.
65.
Yeah. And there Rashi says it was Yocheved because she really come down to Egypt. Because she was born in Egypt, in between the walls, like sort of at the border. Yeah. They asked him, what are you declaring? Oh, a baby.
Got great duty.
Yeah. So the reason why Yaakov is not counted in those who went down into Egypt, according to Chassidus, is Yaakov, only his body went down, but his spirit and his level of connection didn't go down, still remained in the land of Israel. And the exile of Egypt did not have any impact upon him. Therefore, you don't include him in the 70. Because it's not a true and real descent. Okay. You hear that, folks? Out of milk. All right. We'll see you in a few moments. Thank you.
Thank you, Rabbi.
The plain text says there were 66 persons.
Well, that's why Rashi is bothered by that and has to answer it, right?